All right, folks, let's dive into a cracker of a question today. Is Mexico in November cheap? Well, you're in for a treat because November is actually one of the best months to head over there. You've got perfect weather, fewer crowds compared to the big holiday rush in December, and prices that are way easier on the wallet. But let's not just stop at cheap. We're going to take you on a colourful ride through the festivals, beaches, food, and adventures that make November in Mexico not just affordable, but an absolute gem of a time to visit. Now, the first thing you notice in November is the vibe. Early November is all about Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. Picture the streets lit up with bright orange marigolds, locals dressed in stunning traditional costumes, and colourful altars everywhere honouring loved ones who've passed away. It's not a sad occasion at all. It's vibrant, loud, and full of life. And here's the kicker. You don't need to spend a fortune to experience it. Festivals like these spill out into public plazas and streets so you can soak it all in for free, just wandering about with your camera and your curiosity. When it comes to flights, you'll be stoked to know that prices in November are usually a fair bit cheaper than December and January. You're outside the peak Christmas rush, and you're still before the wave of winter travellers from the States and Canada. If you're clever and book a couple of months ahead, you can snag flights and accommodation for a real bargain. Even big tourist hotspots like Cancun, Tulum, or Mexico City offer deals that will make you think, too right, this is worth it. Accommodation is another win. Because November is what they call a shoulder season, hotels and hostels are eager to fill rooms. That means better rates and sometimes even cheeky upgrades if you're lucky. Whether you're after a luxury resort with infinity pools or just a cozy family-run guest house, you'll find something that doesn't bust the budget. And if you're backpacking, you'll be thrilled to see how affordable hostels and Airbnb stays are this time of year. Now let's chat food, because you cannot talk about Mexico without drooling over its eats. November is prime time to tuck into tamales, mole, and hot chocolate spiced with cinnamon. The markets are buzzing with fresh produce, and you'll find street food that's not just cheap, but mind-blowingly good. Tacos al pastor for a couple of bucks, churros dusted in sugar, and steaming bowls of pozole soup. It's all there. Eating like a local will save you heaps of money and give you the most authentic experience. Trust me, skip the fancy tourist menus and dive straight into the markets and street stalls. And don't think November is only about food and festivals. The weather is just about perfect. Warm days, cool nights, and little to no rain. That makes it brilliant for exploring ruins like Chichen Itza or Teotihuacan without sweating buckets. Entry fees to archaeological sites are generally cheap, and if you go with local guides, you'll get amazing stories for a fraction of the price you'd pay back home for similar tours. Beach lovers, you're in luck too. The Caribbean coast in November is gorgeous. You've got crystal clear water, sunny skies, and best of all, it's not packed shoulder to shoulder with tourists yet. Snorkeling, swimming, or just lounging under a palm tree won't cost you much more than your sunscreen and maybe a cold drink. And if you're keen for adventure, cenotes, those natural sinkholes filled with turquoise water, are scattered all over the Yucatan Peninsula. Most charge only a small entry fee, so you can spend the day swimming in a natural wonder for the price of a couple of coffees. And here's something that'll really save you some dollars. November is off-season for hurricanes. The season technically ends in October, so by November the skies have cleared, but prices haven't shot up yet. It's like hitting the jackpot. Safer weather, sunny days, and discounts still hanging around. Transport within Mexico is also super affordable. Buses are reliable and comfy, and they'll get you from city to city without draining your wallet. Even domestic flights are often cheaper than you'd expect, so hopping from Mexico City to Cancun or Guadalajara won't break the bank. Let's not forget about shopping. November comes with some cheeky deals thanks to El Buen Fin, which is basically Mexico's version of Black Friday. It usually runs in mid-November and shops across the country slash prices on everything from clothes and electronics to souvenirs. If you've been eyeing a Mexican blanket or some handcrafted pottery, November is the time to scoop up a bargain. But the best part about Mexico in November isn't just about saving money. It's about the mix of culture, sunshine, and affordability. You can spend the morning exploring ancient temples, the afternoon floating in a cenote, and the evening dancing in a plaza lit with fairy lights, all without blowing your budget. So is Mexico in November cheap? Absolutely. But more than that, it's rich in experiences, flavors, and memories you'll never forget. You're not just saving money, you're getting way more bang for your buck. November is that sweet spot where Mexico shows you its true colors without the tourist chaos or sky-high prices. If you've been thinking about booking a trip, November is your go. Pack your sunnies, your appetite, and a good sense of adventure, because Mexico will give you a holiday that's not only affordable, but downright magical.